We've had a ton of rain lately, and our pool was really starting to show it. The water had this green tint to it. We were getting algae on the walls, and especially here on the sun shelf. And even though we were treating the pool, we were having a hard time getting everything clear again. And then we thought, when was the last time we actually replaced our pool filter cartridge? We have a Pentair Clean Clear 200 system. And when we opened it up and pulled out our old Pentair cartridge, yuck. I think we found at least part of our problem. Look at this thing. It was absolutely covered in green buildup. At this point, we figured this old cartridge probably wasn't doing us any favors when it came to filtering everything out of our pool water. So instead of buying another Pentair branded replacement, we decided to try this. This is the Cielvita CC200 replacement pool filter cartridge, and it's compatible with our Pentair Clean Clear 200 system. And one of the biggest reasons we decided to try it was the price. It was a fraction of what we would have spent on the manufacturer's replacement cartridge. So naturally, my question was, is the less expensive replacement actually going to work as well for us? And here's the old Pentair cartridge next to the brand new Cielvita. Obviously, we need to talk about that color because that's pretty gross. But I also wanted to put them side by side so you could see how the replacement compares in size. They're identical. The Cielvita is designed as a compatible replacement for the Clean Clear 200, and you can see that we're dealing with essentially the same size cartridge. It also uses a 4-ounce filter media, which the manufacturer says is denser than standard 3-ounce media and is designed to capture things like dirt, hair, leaves, sediment, and sand. The filter has a lot of pleated surface area, and I also noticed how substantial the ends feel. Cielvita says it uses reinforced ABS end caps designed to resist cracking and corrosion. And these pleats are obviously where all that unwanted stuff in the water is going to get trapped. Now let's see if it actually fits. And there we go. It dropped right into our existing Pentair Clean Clear 200 filter housing. No modifications, no trying to force it in place. For our system, the fit was exactly what we needed. So we closed everything back up, continued taking care of the pool, and then I waited 2 days. 2 days later, we opened the filter back up because I really wanted to see what this cartridge had actually collected. And this is what we found. Look at all that green buildup already caught in these pleats. I had put a white filter in there just 2 days earlier. And this is exactly what I wanted to see because I could physically see what the cartridge had captured from our pool water. The other thing I wanted to know was how difficult this thing would be to clean. Cartridge filters need to be rinsed periodically as part of normal maintenance, so we're just using our garden hose. Look at that. All of that green material is washing right out of the pleats. Not only could I see what it had captured in just 2 days, but I'm able to rinse out all of this buildup out and reuse the cartridge. And you can actually watch it go from green back to white. That's a pretty dramatic difference. Once we had it rinsed out, we put the same cartridge right back into the filter. Again, it fits perfectly in our Clean Clear 200. And now it's ready to keep doing its job. Now let me show you what our pool looked like before. We had that green tint to the water and visible algae here on the sun shelf. And here's what it looked like after we replaced the cartridge, continued treating and maintaining the pool, and gave the filtration system time to work. Back to that sparkling blue water I wanted, and look at the sun shelf. What a difference. So after seeing how this performed in our own pool, I'm really happy we decided to try the Cielvita replacement instead of immediately buying another manufacturer cartridge. It fit our Pentair Clean Clear 200 perfectly. I could physically see how much material it had trapped after just 2 days. It was easy to rinse clean with the garden hose, and we were able to get those pleats looking white again and put the same cartridge right back into the system. And after replacing that incredibly dirty old filter, along with continuing our normal pool treatment and maintenance, our pool went from this to this. And considering this replacement cost us a fraction of what we would have paid for the Pentair branded cartridge, that's what really sold me. If you have a Pentair Clean Clear 200 and you're looking at replacement cartridges, hopefully seeing the actual fit, what ours collected, how we cleaned it, and our before and afters will help you decide that this is the one that will work for you.